Hi, this is Don Billings, and George S. Patton tells us it's better to fight for something than to live for nothing. I went to church last Sunday and they had a wonderful, wonderful talk and an experience of distinguishing fighting for versus fighting against. I can imagine that at first, fight for what you want to fight against and what you don't want can sound very similar. But let's look at them deeper. To me, the attitude and mindset associated with these two statements is actually vastly different. These differences dramatically impact the ultimate results. Let's begin with a passion for fighting against. When your focus is on what you don't want, when your passion and energy fill the space of what you hate, disrespect, dispute, despise, what you need to understand is without meaning to, that which you do not want is the exact thing you are attracting more of. Passionately fighting against something, especially when it's something that you don't want, actually keeps your energy focused on the exact negative thing. Fighting against something makes and creates emotions that can actually blind us as human beings, and it makes it more difficult to clearly identify what we want to create, what we want to change, what we want to enhance. When we fight against, we are merely stating what we don't want to be. While we can get confused and think this is a step in the right direction, you might actually be heading in the opposite direction, fighting for the change you believe in. When you are fighting for what you want, you have a real direction, a goal in mind, with a direction that comes out of a sense of empowerment and control that energizes us. When we commit to fight for good, or what is better, we are working toward good and better, not against it. When we are fighting for something, we have to define a powerful and positive target in our sights. This clear definition allows us to identify the positive steps we need to take and the milestones that we can recognize that we need to reach in order to accomplish those things that we aspire to achieve. Fighting for something, we believe in good. We enhance good. It enlivens us. It makes more of us and the world that we live in. Fighting against something does the exact opposite. When our focus and passion is on what we don't want, we find ourselves on a path leading in the opposite direction of where our hearts long for us to really be. So ask yourself, what are you fighting for? It's not all just in how we word it, but our words always direct our actions. They direct our thoughts. They direct our behaviors, which direct our destinies. Focus your attention, passion, and energy on achieving something positive, something good for all, better for the entire world, rather than overcoming something you despise and disrespect. Clearly define where you want to go, rather than just where you don't want others to be, because you might find yourself standing next to them, fist raised, screaming obscenities and spewing the very disrespect you despise. Set your heart on fighting for something good and worthwhile instead of against something repugnant to you. Fighting for is energizing and empowering, while fighting against can be exhausting and never-ending. Simply ask yourself, what in your life is worth fighting for?